What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the True Kings podcast. I'm your boy, Styles, as you all know. And I am joined by my big brother, my nigga. All right. Y'all know him as Big Boy.
Father
Yes,
Paul,
sir.
Rico, the honeymoon man. How you guys doing today?
Brother T Rex.
Shout out to Derek.
um, Yeah, we wanted to start this podcast because there's a lot of podcasts out there in the world. They talk about all kind of different things, and as you all may know, I had a podcast, the Styles podcast or podcast with Styles. So I'm just bringing that part to the table. But this ain't gonna be one of the podcasts where we limited to one topic or one type of topic. We're gonna be doing all kind of things on here. It's just a matter of what the audience gives us back and what we feel like talking about. Because at the end of the day, this is our podcast. We can talk about what we want to talk about. So today,
Hey,
I believe, brother Father Paul, we talking about single mothers, okay? Because there's some people out there, and it's not just moms, but there's some people out there, you know, they feel like they're the prize. You have to chase them. They're the reason for your existence. And single mothers seem to be that in a nutshell. So I don't know too much about that, but I'm gonna give my opinions. I'm gonna let Father Paul have his spill, and we're gonna get this shit started.
all right, guys. Well, I'm gonna start it off. I like to get straight to the point. So basically, single mothers have this ideology that they're the prize, that we should be honored to be with them and go out of our way to provide and make them happy. Which I'm not saying I have anything against single mothers. There's a lot of single mothers out there. But to be so naive and feel like you're the prize, when in all reality, the same kind of guy could go find him a girl that doesn't have kids and he can truly get to know her and be and mate with her. You can't be so silly to feel like you're the prize. Now, in my opinion, I don't believe either or is the prize, the man is the prize, or the woman is the prize. I believe that you both should be the prize, and you should, if you both like each other or love each other or whatever it is, that you should go out of the way for each other to do what's right, not, oh, he got to do this for me or he got to do that and do this. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like everybody should try to take on an equal part in the relationship because that will help the relationship last. You got anything to put in on that, brother?
Yeah, so I got two things to say about this. So the first thing is I remember the other day you hit the nail on the head. Usually you tell me I'm always hitting the nail on the head because my psychological training and all that. But you hit the nail on the head the other day when you said that this person that you had experienced this with, at the end of the day, it's a luxury for them, or luxury for them to be in your presence, because not a lot of guys like getting with people that have kids, because like that's baggage, that's drama that you don't want. And you can't start to build a relationship with somebody that's already built a relationship. Even if it's just a mistake, it's still a relationship that you got to build with them. And you said it's a luxury for them because you don't have to be there and engage with her and help her out with stuff. You don't have to engage with the child. You don't have to do none of that. And unfortunately, a lot of single moms, they're like, oh, well, I see he's starting to bond with my child. And, well, that just means that he's going to be in this because, you know, unfortunately, and this sounds kind of bad to say, but when it comes down to it, if you out here in the streets letting people bust it down all the time, your child. I'm just being
I
honest. But if you let people bust it down in these streets, not only is your child gonna pick up on that behavior, but if you bring in all these different men into your child's life, like they're gonna get confused and they're gonna look at that and say, "Oh, okay, well, I guess this is okay." So when they get older, then they're gonna start imitating that behavior. And now look at you. Um, the second,
so I want to add to that, brother, real quick, and just say, so yeah, bringing up that topic, I did recently was involved in a situation like that, and we did argue from time to time about the whole situation with being the prize, and what this person I was dealing with came to realize was when she would get mad or whatever, saying she has all these options. She can do what she want to do. If I don't want to do this, she'll find another guy that will. But the sad part of this female nature is that they soon come to realize guys aren't there to not only be with you, but to be a father figure to your daughter. They're just there to clap and go on their merry way. And that's what not just her, but a lot of single mothers aren't realizing. They're thinking that they can find another guy that can do that. But the cold, harsh truth is, when you have kids, you're actually on the back burner. You're not the first pick or the second pick because, like Lucas said, you have baggage. And that baggage, a lot of people don't want to deal with because it's hard enough sometimes just dealing with the girl you're dating.
Right.
So to add a kid to the situation, not only are you dating that girl, but now you have to try to be a father figure to that kid. And that's double the drama, you know what I mean? And it depends in different situations whether that kid is younger or older, but it's just, you can have a lot of baggage with that, and that's what she had to find out the hard way was there ain't many guys that's willing to be a stepdad to her kid. They just trying to, like Lucas said, bust the cheeks and go, and that's the honest truth.
Right, and I'm gonna add to that, and then I'm gonna get to that second point that I had on that. I was watching a video the other day, and dude walked out on his wife and his kid because of financial issues and some other stuff, and then got mad when the other dude came in and gave his kid a car and all of that other stuff. But before all of this, the dude that was coming to be stepdad and bust a girl cheek down, he's like, "Hey man," he told that dude, he said, "Listen, bro, like." We a package deal, you know. You're not gonna come into my child's life or my wife's life and not come into my child's life. Like unfortunately, that's how a lot of single moms see that situation as well. Like you can't come into uh the situation without, you know, their child being involved. And I'm not gonna name names, but because as I said, I ain't been in a lot of situations like that. But I was messing with this one girl, and I had made it clear that I didn't really want a serious relationship to begin with, and she kind of pressured me into it. So I was like, okay, cool, whatever, we together, and it turned into, you know, we didn't hang out that much or whatever, and when we did, you know, it was for us. It wasn't for like, oh, we're a kid, and then it turned into hey, you know, you can hang out with me and my kid. And I'm like, but why though? If you telling me that your child has a daddy and that you don't really care if I'm in your child's life or not, then why does it matter if I meet your kid? At the end of the day, I understand y'all come as a package deal, but if you trying to keep that shit separate, then it needs to stay separate. So,
Exactly.
and then, so the second point that I had that what you said earlier is our brother, God, he's so good. Mr. Darwin McPherson, he had said something um, along the lines of that package deal as well, and he said no matter what, like it's an innate ability for women to own that motherly instinct and to own all of that defensive mechanisms and being mama bear when it comes to their children. You know, a woman's love for her child is unmatched. So if you can't see that some of the behaviors that you're exhibiting are going to reflect in your child, then obviously you don't need to be having a child. I'm not saying that everybody's fit to raise a child, but if you made the decision, whether it be conscious or accidental, to bring a child into this world, then you have to take the responsibility um, and go ahead and set the example for that child, you know?
Yeah, I totally agree with you, brother. Totally agree.
You got anything else to add to this topic, sir?
I think I'm going to end it off by just pretty much saying, like started off in the beginning, this is not to throw shots at single mothers. I don't hate on single mothers. I know a lot of single mothers who are great, hardworking women. This is just me pointing out a fact more so with the younger generation, like the 30 down to about 25, 24, whatever, like that. Got that. I want to call it this sexy red type mind where they feel like it's all about me, shake that ass, single mama club, bouncing that ass type shit. Like that's just me. I just don't. I just can't get down with that. But once again, no shots to single mothers. Um, like my brother said, shout out to Doctor McPherson. We really look up to you, brother. And I'm gonna just end it there, brother.
All right. Just for me to end it, I'm gonna bring in another McPherson quote because man, that's the guy. Him and Kevin Samuels. Um, he made a good point, and I hate that this is the reality, but unfortunately nowadays, it's like you said with the sexy red generation, a lot of young females. I mean, I'm talking girls in elementary, middle school. They learning how to twerk before they learn how to cook, and that's not the example that we want to be setting for our kids, man. How you gonna be 18, 19, 20 in college and you can't even cook for yourself? You going and getting takeout because you didn't learn shit when you were young. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I understand.
And again, this ain't to take shots at anybody, but this is just to start opening people's eyes to what's going on in the world, you know. Especially my brothers out there, my kings out there. I need y'all to stop falling for some of these games, open your eyes, and use that leadership potential that you were born with and make your own decisions and stop letting some of these females out here influence your behavior.
I couldn't have said it better myself, brother. Well, we'll end it here. Shit.
All right, and on that note, this has been the True Kings Podcast. Thank you all for tuning in and see you next time.